It usually starts the same way. You sit down at the end of the day, kick off your shoes, and suddenly your legs feel twice as heavy as they did that morning. Your ankles leave marks in your socks. Your calves feel tight. Your veins look darker by evening. And sometimes there's this dull, throbbing feeling that makes it hard to relax, even in bed. Most people think this is just normal aging. But after decades of working with older adults, I can tell you something important. Heavy legs are often your body's warning sign. And the surprising part, for many people over 60, the problem isn't caused by what they're not doing. It's caused by 5 everyday habits they repeat every single day without realizing the damage. These habits quietly increase pressure inside the veins, slow circulation, stretch vein walls, and make swelling worse night after night. The good news? Your body can still improve circulation at 60, 70, even 80. And some people notice lighter legs in just a few days once they stop making these mistakes. Today, I'll walk you through the 5 worst habits for heavy legs and varicose veins, the science behind why they happen, and the simple fixes that genuinely help. No expensive treatments, no gym equipment, no floor exercises, just practical changes your veins will thank you for. And make sure you stay until the end, because habit number 5 is the one almost nobody talks about, yet it may be the biggest reason your legs feel swollen at night. Habit number 1, sitting too long without moving. This is the most common mistake, and probably the most dangerous one for your circulation. Here's why. Inside your legs are tiny one-way valves whose job is to push blood back up toward your heart. But after 60, those valves don't work as strongly as they used to. Gravity starts winning. That means blood easily falls down into your lower legs, but struggles to climb back up. And when you sit still too long, the blood begins pooling in your calves and ankles. Pressure builds inside the veins, fluid leaks into nearby tissues. Your legs swell, your veins stretch, and by evening, your legs feel heavy and tired. Now, here's the important part. Your body already has a built-in pump to fix this problem. It's your calf muscles. Doctors sometimes call the calves the second heart because every time you move your feet or walk, those muscles squeeze the veins and help push blood upward again. That's why sitting still for hours is so harmful. The calf pump completely shuts off. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I'm retired. I'm not running marathons. You don't need to. Tiny movements done consistently work surprisingly well. Here's what I recommend. Every time a commercial comes on TV, lift your toes up and down 20 times. When the kettle boils, walk around the kitchen. When the phone rings, stand up while talking. When you stop at a red light, roll your ankles in circles. These tiny movements reactivate circulation before blood has time to pool. And studies have shown that even short bursts of calf movement can significantly improve venous blood flow in older adults. The secret is frequency, not intensity. Your veins don't care about athletic performance. They care about movement. And if you only change one thing after watching this video, make it this habit. Because many people notice lighter legs within 1 to 2 weeks. Habit number 2, crossing your legs at the knee. This one shocks people because many were taught this habit as children. Sit properly. Sit like a lady. Cross your legs. But anatomically, it's terrible for circulation. Right behind your knee runs a major vein responsible for draining blood from the lower leg. When you cross one leg tightly over the other, that vein gets compressed. Think of stepping on a garden hose. Blood flow slows down instantly. Now, crossing your legs for a minute or two isn't dangerous. The problem is repetition. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of sitting this way every day. Over time, that repeated pressure contributes to vein stretching and valve weakness. And here's why this habit is tricky. Most people do it unconsciously. You don't even realize you're doing it. So instead of relying on willpower, change the environment. Put a small stool or footrest in front of your chair. Raise both feet slightly. Something interesting happens when your feet are elevated. Your body naturally stops crossing the knees because the position becomes uncomfortable. It retrains posture automatically. And there's another hidden benefit. Even slight elevation helps reduce venous pressure in the lower legs. That means less swelling by evening. Now here's something else most people never hear. If you sit for long periods, Avoid chairs that press sharply into the back of the thighs. That pressure can also reduce circulation returning from the legs. Soft support matters more than people realize after 60. Habit number 3, long hot baths and very hot showers. Now, don't panic. I'm not telling you to stop enjoying your evening shower or warm bath, but if your legs feel heavy at night, heat matters more than you think. Here's the science: heat causes veins to widen. In younger veins, that's usually temporary. The walls tighten again quickly. But aging veins are different. Over time, vein walls lose elasticity. So when they expand under heat, they don't bounce back as efficiently. This allows more blood to pool in the legs. That's why many people notice, my veins bulge more after a hot shower. Or, my legs throb after sitting in the hot tub. It's not your imagination. Heat increases venous dilation. And if your valves are already weak, that extra stretching makes symptoms worse. Now, here's the good news: you do not need freezing cold water. A simple 30-second cool rinse from the knees downward is often enough. Cool water encourages the veins to tighten again, it reduces swelling, improves vascular tone, and many people feel immediate relief afterward. Another important point: length matters. A quick warm bath is different from soaking in hot water for 45 minutes. Extended heat exposure gives gravity more time to pull blood downward. So, if your legs already swell easily, keep baths shorter. Around 10 to 15 minutes is usually enough. And if you love saunas, listen carefully to your legs afterward. If they feel heavier later that evening, your veins are telling you something. Habit number 4, tight socks, tight waistbands, and restrictive clothing. This habit is incredibly common, and most people never connect it to circulation problems. Look at your legs tonight after removing your socks. Do you see deep indentations around your calves or ankles? That's not harmless. That elastic band acts like a small barrier against blood trying to move upward. Remember, after 60, circulation already slows down naturally, so even mild compression in the wrong place can increase pooling below the pressure point. The same thing happens with tight waistbands, restrictive shapewear, tight knee-high socks, very tight jeans. Anything that creates a narrow pressure point can interfere with healthy venous return. And the older your veins are, the harder it becomes for blood to push past those areas. Now, I want to clarify something important. Proper medical compression stockings are different. They are specifically designed to create graduated pressure. That means the pressure is strongest at the ankle and gradually decreases upward. This helps move blood back toward the heart. Random tight socks do the opposite. They pinch in one narrow area. That's why compression stockings help. While tight socks often make things worse. And here's the biggest mistake people make with compression stockings: they put them on after swelling has already started. That's backwards. Compression works best before fluid accumulates. So put them on first thing in the morning, before your feet even hit the floor. That's when your legs are least swollen. And yes, they wear out. After several months, the elasticity weakens and they stop providing proper support. An old compression stocking may look fine, but it may not be doing much anymore. Habit number 5, eating salty foods late in the day. Now we get to the habit almost nobody talks about, and honestly, this one surprises people the most: late night salt. Here's what happens after 60. Your kidneys become slower at processing sodium. That's a normal part of aging. So when you eat salty foods at dinner or late evening, your body holds onto more water overnight. And where does that fluid go? Downward, into your legs, your ankles, your feet. Gravity pulls it there while you sit during the evening. That's why some people wake up with puffy ankles, swollen fingers, sock marks already present in the morning, a bloated face, or multiple trips to the bathroom overnight. Now, I'm not asking you to live a joyless life. You do not need to eliminate every salty food forever. That's unrealistic. But timing matters enormously. If you enjoy salty foods, have them earlier in the day. Lunch is much better than late evening, because your body has time to process the sodium while you're upright and moving around. At night, everything slows down. And here's something fascinating researchers have discovered. Even modest sodium reduction can significantly decrease fluid retention and lower venous pressure in older adults, sometimes within days. Now, let me give you a simple evening rule. After 3 p.m., reduce heavily salted foods. Instead, flavor meals with garlic, black pepper, lemon juice, fresh herbs, vinegar, paprika. You'll still enjoy the food without forcing your body to retain excess fluid all night. And one more thing, many people stop drinking water in the evening because they're afraid of nighttime bathroom trips. Ironically, mild dehydration can make circulation worse. When the body lacks fluid, blood becomes more concentrated and circulation becomes less efficient. So instead of avoiding water completely, drink steadily earlier in the day and have a moderate glass with dinner. Balance matters. Foods that actually help vein health. Now let's talk about what does help, because certain foods genuinely support circulation and vein strength. First, berries. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, dark cherries. These contain compounds called flavonoids. Flavonoids help protect blood vessels from oxidative stress and inflammation. Some studies suggest they may help strengthen vein walls and improve circulation over time. Second, citrus fruits, especially oranges. And don't throw away all the white stringy part under the peel. That section contains beneficial plant compounds linked to vascular support. Third, leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These provide magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K, nutrients involved in healthy blood flow and vascular function. Again, you don't need exotic supplements. Simple foods consistently eaten matter far more than miracle pills. What to do starting tonight? So let's put everything together. If your legs feel heavy at night, start with these 5 changes. 1. Move your feet frequently throughout the day. 2. Stop crossing your legs at the knee. 3. End hot showers or baths with cool water on the legs. 4. Avoid tight socks and restrictive clothing. 5. Reduce salty foods later in the day. Simple, but powerful. And remember this, varicose veins and heavy legs usually worsen slowly, which means improvement also happens slowly. Give your body time. Circulation improves through repetition. Small actions, done daily, create the biggest changes over time. And if you noticed yourself in one of these habits today, don't feel guilty. Most people were never taught this, but now you know. And once you know what's making your legs worse, you can finally start helping them heal. If you made it this far, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits do you think is the biggest problem where you live? Is it long sitting, hot baths, salty dinners, crossed legs? Tell me in the comments along with your country. I read as many comments as I can, and your experiences help other viewers realize they're not alone. And if this video helped you understand your body a little better, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical health advice for adults over 60. Because growing older is unavoidable, but feeling miserable every evening doesn't have to be.